Hello everybody, this is RunnerGuitar and welcome to part 4 of Sonic Generations. We have just completed the Genesis era, so now it is time to go to my personal favorite era, the era that I grew up with. Ladies and gentlemen, behold, the Dreamcast era. And we shall begin with a stage from my second favorite game of all time, Sonic Adventure, released in 1998 for the Sega Dreamcast. We are taking on the classic version of Speed Highway. Now up until this point, we have gotten rock remixes of Genesis tunes. But how would you guys like a techno remix of the original tune? This is what we got thanks to Jun Zenoe and the people from Cash Cash. Thank you! This track is just awesome and I just love what they did with the visuals. Honestly, I loved how the game looked, how Speed Highway looked originally, but what they did with it is so good. I've always wanted to see what Adventure and Adventure 2 would look like in HD, and it really wants me to see a remake for a Sonic Adventure 3. Anyway, the stage by itself is not really that difficult. It's really actually rather easy, but it can suffer from the occasional camera glitch that I should mention. It's actually in this area. I don't show it off, but if you hit the wall in a particular point, you can actually cause the camera to spaz out and enter a 3D mode like in a modern stage for a couple of seconds. It doesn't happen really often, and it only happened to me once when I was test playing the game, but it can happen, so be forewarned. And as you can already see, it already has a lot of the basic stuff from the original Speed Highway. The platforms, the music, the look, the cars that can still run you over and hurt you. Sonic, you're supposed to be faster than these fuckers. How can they hit you? I don't get that, but anyway. I really do enjoy what they did to the stage, and even the bells with the rings are in here. And I'm going to... And this part is actually a bit of a pain in the ass because you need to time it, and the physics, even though they're similar to the Genesis, they're not actually completely there. But here we go, because this takes a lot of time. Chaos Control! Yeah, that took me longer than it should have, I apologize. Like I said, I'm better in modern stages than I'm in classic. The reason for that might probably be that I grew up more with modern Sonic look or with the modern playstyle than I did with the 2D games. But either way, Speed Highway is not something that you should be worrying about too much. The platforming is good, everything is just perfect in this stage. I won't say that it's my favorite stage. That position definitely has to go to either Chemical Plant, City Escape, or probably Crisis City, even though it's one of the stages that gives me the most trouble. But I'll get into that later. This is actually a new gimmick that was introduced in this stage that I don't remember in the original stage. The yellow platforms, unlike the red and white ones, will actually start spinning or falling after a certain amount of time. So you need to be quick on your feet. And that coconut really pisses me off. That coconut should not be there. But with that done, we completed Classic Speed Highway. This is like I said, something that I really should mention. In this game, you should not be getting anything less than an A. If you get a B or a C, something is wrong. Very, very, very wrong. You need to put on the controller and think about what you're doing. Now with that done, we have restored some of the budget of Speed Highway, and we are now about to take on my personal favorite version of the stage, the modern version. And something that I have to agree with FTA from findacomputerroom.com, the new version of modern Speed Highway doesn't sound that different from the original version. The original version sounds pretty much the same. The only difference is the drumming. The drums are a bit different, but not by much. So you're expecting like Jones Inoue to do like some epic, super different sounding remix, then I apologize, but the song still sounds pretty much the same. Now, something that you can do here that I really do love with Modern is that even in the beginning you already have three choices. You can either go straight like you would in the original stage, you can try and homing attack the helicopter like I tried, or you can do something that I never did before, which is take that rail over there that I took during the stage. This stage really focuses a lot on the platforming. The boost feature and the platforming are very well balanced in this stage, and that is something that bothered me a bit with Chemical Plant and with Sky Sanctuary. In Sky Sanctuary, you weren't boosting enough, but in Chemical Plant you were boosting way too much, in my opinion. This stage for Modern, I think, does a great balance of the two. The platforming really is a good challenge. It really introduces us to something that I'm not sure how I feel about. If you are seeing right now, some of the rings are glowing and some are not. That is because the rings are now context sensitive. You will not be able to light speed dash through every single ring. You will only be able to light speed dash on certain lines of rings. This is something that people have been taking advantage through some of the hacks that I've seen for the PC, and fuck the police. But anyway, that is something that I've seen a lot with some of the generation hacks. In order to be able to allow the people to do the light speed dash, they use the special rings instead of the normal ones. And honestly, I don't get why they would do that, because in Sonic Colors, when you're in the Wisp mode, you could do the light speed dash normally, and in Sonic Unleashed you could do it no matter what. Yeah, it can lead to some problems here and there, but it shouldn't be that. But it doesn't cost that many, I think. I think would have actually benefited from that. That being said, this game really is a great homage to the series. And did I just see that card pop out of existence? Whatever. This stage really is a huge homage. Well, not this stage, the entire game is a freaking homage. But I think it does the homage rather well. It goes out of its way, and there are a lot of references, even in the backgrounds, like something that I probably will mention when I do my playthroughs of Adventure 1 and Adventure 2. Yeah, I will do them, eventually. Some of the stages actually have signs like Chaos in Space or Chao in Space 2. And I actually find that pretty funny, and actually some of the streets actually have pretty funny names like Omega Street or X or Blaze Drive, etc. And actually some other funny ones in City Escape.
Thanks for saving me, Sonic. It was scary in the dark, but I tried to be brave.
Rena, get out of here! Well, Cream, you will have to wait, because right now we're going into into the stage that I have to admit I had a total fangasm when I first saw this stage. I was kinda already looking at it, and I was already like expecting this stage in particular to come around. Now when I saw it, I felt nothing but pure bliss. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to City Escape. From Sonic Adventure 2, which was released in 2001 for the Sega Dreamcast, and then a Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the Nintendo GameCube. Now something that you might listen right now is a techno remix of City Escape. Along with some auto-tune, because techno and all, and the original vocals by Ted Poley and Tony Harnell, in which Ted Poley does 75% of the singing, with Tony Harnell singing the background for 25%, for that percent I mean. But we also listen the vocal interpretation by Cashcast. I actually think that this is a really good remix, and if a fan remix sounded like this, that fan remix would probably be in the game. It sounds like something that OC Remix would probably do if they had the capability to get the original vocals. But I just love what they did here. The stage design, it really is... I'm sorry, I'm just looking at it and I'm just smiling, I'm sorry. But anyway, the stage itself really is reminiscent of the original game, and the truck, instead of actually chasing you down at the end of the stage, it actually follows you throughout most of the stage. And you can actually take different routes depending on what you do. If the truck defeats you as far as reaching a particular area before you do, it will actually lead to a different area of the stage. But if you go before it, then you will go to a completely different route, which can lead to more rings, more red rings, and fuck. Yes, it'll lead to fucking, so yeah, take that route. I don't know why I said that, I should probably censor that later. But anyway. That being said, it also has a bit of a homage to the Game Gear games here. In Game Gear games, Sonic would actually skateboard, and it was one of the items there. And it was included in this stage due to the fact that Sonic in the original City Escape would snowboard on the streets. Missing sign, and those signs are actually references as well to characters from, well, at least with Nike Weasel, to Game Gear games. Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Squirrel were actually characters from Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. I think it was from the arcade? I'm not sure. But anyway, this part usually is a pain in the ass. I managed to do what I always want to do, which is pushing with the spin dash so the truck doesn't catch up, but the truck in this stage is a pain in the ass. So what I suggest is you keep these shoes, and whatever you do, don't stop. Keep pushing forward, because this motherfucking truck is going to catch you like the... Actually, I don't have a good example for that, huh? But anyway, with the Decepticon destroyed and and Michael Bay's career already destroyed without a chance of ever returning, we can now continue to my favorite version of the stage, which honestly has a beautiful, awesome remix of the original City Escape. It brings a new guitar, it brings a new riff, new bass, new high-speed drums. Tony Hannell and Ted Poley now both sing 50% of the song together, which means that you can get even better vocals. And the solo is just pure awesome. I mean, when I first heard it, I just started screaming, "Keep playing, you magnificent bastards!" And I actually got some weird looks from my friends when I first said that, but anyway. I'm going to actually be quiet for the first part of this song so that you can actually enjoy it. Now, this stage in particular actually has a lot of shortcuts. Like you see classic things, but you also see stuff that you didn't see Sonic do. Like, for example, if you took those cables that were on top of the buildings, you could actually grind on them and take a shortcut. Oh my god, the board controls are so good. I wish this part was longer, or a minigame or something. But anyway, like I said, the remix is awesome, and the thing that I actually do is that they change the places of the set pieces. Like, some parts of the stage would actually appear afterwards. Like, I remember this particular part of the stage that we're watching right now. I don't remember if it's original version or not, but I think it would have appeared later in the stage. Like, this stage feels a bit shorter than the original stage, but at the same time it does so well. The difficulty is actually a bit harder, and it actually gives him the memories. The only problem that I have with the stage is that the camera doesn't look directly like Sonic like it did in the Speed Highway, but whatever. Nothing too bigly, that was more of a nitpick. Yes, I'm a klepto like that. Unlike the classic stage, the truck doesn't follow you around, but you do get a lot of platforming challenges and a lot of gimmicks here. Like, we see the jumping poles, the snowboard at the beginning, the rails. We have everything here from the original City Escape, and better in HD. I just love how the robots look. Everything just looks awesome in my opinion. This honestly is my favorite stage in this game because it brings me so many memories. And this might be just nostalgia, but but it makes me feel like there should be an HD remix of Sonic Adventure 2, and that was a complete fuck on my part, I apologize. And here we have it, the classic truck. Nothing too big, it's actually the same as the... What the fuck? Jesus! Jesus Christ, this thing is searching for blood! Jesus Christ, this is out of Higurashi! Or Umeniko! You know, why the fuck are you driving a truck? Why did you install chainsaws into this? Actually, this part is actually a bit longer than the original one, and the truck actually is a lot more bending, not because of chainsaws. He's following you on top of the fucking buildings! How is this normal? You shouldn't be doing this! This is a Michael Bay movie! Go away, truck! Go away! Go away! Well, I just hope that we get away from this soon, because honestly, we can run out of boost in this, and... Okay, what the fuck? Okay, now it goes turbo pads. Where the fuck did the budget for this come from? This government is shit, but at the same time awesome. But anyway, with that done, and with the government's money spent, we have completed the first two stages of the Dreamcast era, and my two favorite stages of the Dreamcast era, with the second one being my favorite of all time. Now, you would expect us to save Shadow. Instead, we save someone else.
Thanks, Big Blue. That's the first time I've ever been stolen.
Ha! 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 Very funny. But anyway, with the horse saved, with Rouge saved, we can continue on to the next stage from Sonic Heroes. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm the RunnerGuitar, and I'll see you guys later.